Good morning and welcome to Waking House Yoga with Jane. I'm excited to offer another Unfiltered Flow today. It is morning for me right now, and so I am going to do something to wake us up. So I'm going to come onto my mat. I've already had time in silence and in my journal and just see what unfolds for us on this beautiful, in my world, beautiful, sunshiny morning. So let's get started. All right, let's begin in standing. I think we'll just start out with a little bit of organic movement. So I'm going to twist. I'm going to swing my arms a little bit and just start to feel the length of my spine opening up. Maybe you want to join me in this little move here. Just twisting from side to side with a little toe tap. Starting to notice your breath. Letting it grow big and long and flowing naturally. I'm going to take this overhead. Alright, so shift over to your left side. Point your right toe, arms overhead, gaze up to the crease of your elbow. Take a big inhale. Exhale, reach to the other side. And then start to flow from side to side, letting this arm sweep and arc overhead. Each time you come to center, sink down. Yeah. Start to dig in. I'm feeling wide and expansive. I have had so much going on in my week that I have this intense energy around letting go, just like letting it all go, you know what I'm saying? So reach up to the sky. With your exhale, let it go. Yeah, shake it out. Exhale. That's good. 2 more. Yeah, 1 more. Fold forward. Deeply bend your knees. Deeply bend your knees. Let your head hang. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Maybe shift the hips side to side just a little bit. Feel the beating of your heart as you've just elevated it. Yeah, with your inhale, lift halfway up to a flat spine. And as you exhale, bow forward. 2 more times. I'm sighing through my mouth because that feels right for me. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way to standing. Interlace your fingers at the top when you get there, all but your 4 fingers, and then side bend to your left. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend right. Yeah, flow with your own breath, inhaling to center and exhale to bend to the side. Just a couple more times on either side, really rooting through the opposite foot from the direction that you're bending. Feel that length through the side body. Yeah. I can tell the next place I'm going from here is that I'm going to bow forward as I swing from one side to the other. Sweep might be a better word because I don't want you to hinge or move too quickly or swiftly so that you're maintaining the integrity of your low back. Right? So hinging from the hip and then spiraling from one side to the other. Now, naturally, this might start to become fluid for you. So I'm wanting to widen my stance and start to bend my knees as I swoop from one side to the other. Okay, so notice what your body naturally wants to do. And another time or two, I'll reverse the direction of my circles. My My breath is naturally drawing me up on the inhale and sending me down on the exhale. Yeah. Yeah, take maybe one or two more. We'll meet back at center. As you rise up, release the hands and send them behind you. So interlacing the hands behind you. Come back to your wide leg straddle if you left it. And then as you exhale, hinge from your hips, bow forward. And from here, you might descend even further as your head moves toward the earth and your arms start to move overhead. Okay, wringing out any stress or tension you're holding in the shoulders. Inviting length into the hamstrings and back body. Come back to your breath as your tether. With your inhale, let it lift you up a little bit, maybe to halfway, and then exhale, bow forward, intense wringing out. Okay, just one more time. It's probably becoming a lot. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, and release. Release the hands and let them fall to the earth. Yeah, plant them firmly on the mat in front of you, and then with your inhale, lift to halfway. Exhale, bow forward. Release the head and neck. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Release the head and the neck. From here, plant one palm at center in front of you, and then as you inhale, reach the other arm to the sky. With your exhale, center. Inhale, twist to the other side. Opposite arm reaches toward the ceiling. Exhale, center. One more time on each side. Now turn your heels in toward each other till they're about 18 inches apart. Lower the hips down. We're coming into something called Malasana or garland pose. Hands draw together at heart center and your elbows press your knees out away from each other. So there's a tension between the elbows and the knees. Palms pressing together. So you're strong through your shoulders and upper body. I'm feeling the intensity of this stretch in my groin area. Okay, rooting through the soles of my feet. Let's close our eyes if you feel comfortable or find a soft gaze on the earth in front of you. Let's do 4 or 5 long, deep breaths here as we come into our center. As you start to descend your attention and awareness into your inner landscape. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, release the hands toward the earth. Return your heels to parallel as you come back into your forward fold. With your inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, bow forward. Release your head and neck. Inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, bow forward. Walk your feet in toward each other, back at the top of your mat, and then step one foot back, and then the other, plank pose. Feel your elbows internally rotate toward each other, root through all of your fingers and the palms of your hands. If you need to lower your knees, please do so. Let's hold here, feel your core engage. Belly button hugs toward your spine. 3 breaths. Calling on your inner strength and the strength of your physical body as it grows in this shape. Take one big inhale, and as you exhale, lower to the earth. With your inhale, lift to cobra, lift up a little bit, or if you feel ready, lift a lot for upward facing dog. And then exhale, return to the earth. Inhale, rise up. And exhale to the earth. One more time. Press up to your table, toes curled under. Hips move over your knees, and then walk your hands toward the top of your mat as you lower your forehead to the earth for dolphin. Yeah, notice if you get any cracks or adjustments in the spine as you lengthen it out and invite that lumbar curve into your low back. Can you breathe deeply here into the space of most sensation? Just aware of the rise and the fall of your breath. Slowly, as you feel ready, walk into your table, onto your neutral hands and knees. With your inhale, reach your right arm to the sky, find a twist. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift your left arm for a twist. And exhale, lower it down. 2 more times on each side. Really feel the body open. Feel it ring out. One more time. Circle your hips. Maybe you circle them one direction as you move to the top of your mat and then the other direction. Or maybe you make complete circles. Okay, just notice what you want and what you need here. However these circles are happening for you, come back to neutral for a moment. As you inhale, round the hips, circle the hips to the left and then forward. And then circle them back all the way around to the right and toward the top of your mat. Okay, so become comfortable with this. And then as you circle toward the right side, can you press the body forward so your hips start to move toward the earth? Likewise, as you move to the left side now, so you're lengthening the body out and allowing the hips to start to descend toward your mat. Okay, so see what that's like for you. Move slowly, and be gentle. Beautiful. Okay, when you feel complete in this neutral table, curl your toes under and inhale your hips to the sky for a downward facing dog. In down dog, our elbows always internally rotate toward each other so that we can maintain our upper arms in their sockets. Okay, I'm gonna roll my body forward as I always do when I enter down dog. So with my inhale, I'm rolling forward to plank pose. Sometimes I adjust one time here to have the right length between my hands and my feet, and then roll the body back up. And I find my own breath, I usually roll forward on my inhale and lift the hips up on my exhale. So what do you need as you arrive in your down dog for the first time this morning? One more time for me. Meet in down dog. Lift your right leg to the sky. I bend my knee. I stack my hips for a deep opening across the front of my right hip flexor. Other option is to maintain a straight leg and to keep the plane of the hips even here without opening and stacking one on top of the other. Just notice what you need. As I come out of this, I'm going to send my knee toward my nose for a tuck. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, tuck. One more time. This time as I exhale, tuck the knee in and then step my right foot to the outside of my right hand, lower by back knee as I come in to my lizard pose. With your inhale, sweep the arm forward, up, behind you till it's parallel with the earth. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, circle the arm to parallel. And exhale, bring it back. One more time. Yeah. As you bring it back, circle your hips. Yeah, we're all carrying a lot of stress right now. Maybe you're not. If you're not, brother, sister, hey, kudos to you. If you are, that's normal. These are tough times. We don't realize it, but a lot of times it's our hips which are the carriers of our stress. Okay, so we do this move, we get in there, and we feel something new. All right, come to stillness. Lower down if you can, or bend your elbows until you find the sweet spot for where you are this morning, opening intensely through your IT band and even into your hamstring. So notice what you need. I'm going to lower onto my forearms and release the tension out of my head and my neck. We could stay here a long time, but this morning I'm feeling like only staying here for a few breaths before I move on. And so if you need to pause and stay here longer, please give that to yourself. But I'm just going to take 2 or 3 more breaths. So I'm going to start to rise up. Walk this front foot in a little bit. And I'm going to inhale to lift my gaze and lift my heart. And then exhale, straighten your front leg. Shift the hips back. Inhale, roll forward and lift the gaze. Exhale, press the sitting bones back. Yeah, find the rhythm of your own breath, of course. Yeah. Press into your front knee, lift your back knee up and step it in about 12 inches so that there's about 18 inches between your front heel and your back toe. Your feet are in 2 lines, so hip width apart. From here, inhale to lift the gaze. With your exhale, bow forward. This is pyramid pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Lots of work on that tight right hamstring. Yeah, just fold in, bow toward your leg, come to stillness, take several breaths, leaning into and not ignoring the intensity of the stretch through your hamstring. Begin to walk the hands toward the top of your mat, pouring your weight into your right foot until your left foot naturally detaches from your mat. Bow the head in toward your knee, and we'll explore the option to move into half moon pose. Your left foot is flexed. We'll lift the gaze just out in front of your mat for now. Your weight begins to pour into your right hand as your left hand leaves your mat and starts to travel up toward the sky. So your left hip is stacked on top of your right hip. Your foot is flexed. Both feet are flexed, right? But your left foot is flexed. Gaze travels to the ceiling. Now you might fall over. I'm about to fall over, so I'm going to return to my pyramid, find my center once again. Okay, and approach it another time. There we go. Okay, so you're just exploring what you want to do in this shape with your body. Challenge yourself. Try to have some fun with it. Yeah, and then when you're ready, come out. It's very intense for my right leg, so I'll slowly rise up and start to shake that out. I'm gonna hug my right knee in toward my body and then let it go. Do a little dance, give myself something that I need here. Yeah, and since we're standing, let's inhale, send our arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat spine. And exhale, bow. Release the tension from your head and neck. Deeply bend your knees till you're resting your torso on your thighs. I'm holding the back of my ankles. As you're ready, one more time, inhale, rise to standing, hands overhead. Let's drop our hands to our heart. Press your thumbs against your sternum. Return to your center. Descend your awareness inward. Feel the beating of your heart. Inhale, circle your hands to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Plant the palms, step one foot back and then the other. Plank pose with your exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. We'll flow 3 times. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, rise. Last time. Exhale to hands and knees. Take some circles with your hips. One direction and then the other. Whatever organic movement you need. About 3 more breaths. Now with your inhale, lift your gaze, drop your belly, and as you exhale, lift to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, stretch it to the sky, do whatever you want, and then lower it down. Inhale, lift your left leg, option to bend your knee and stack your hips. Next time I exhale, I'll tuck knee to nose. Inhale, lift, and exhale, tuck. Inhale to rise up. This time, exhale, tuck the knee, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, and lower the back knee for lizard now on the left side. Inhale, sweep the arm forward and then circle it to parallel behind you. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it back. One more time. Yeah, plant both palms in front of you, circle the hips. Okay, we'll circle in one direction and then when you feel ready, circle in the other direction. Move into an untapped place in your hips. Invite synovial fluid to lubricate that joint in a new way and maybe even release something old. Or it could be that you release a positive experience or emotion that you've stored in that place and experience it in a new way. Just stay open to the possibilities. And then come to stillness when you're ready. And for a few breaths, we'll sink into this shape however that looks for you. For me, that's lowering down onto my elbows, letting go of the tension in my head and neck. Okay, but you notice what it is for you this morning. Once again, we won't stay here very long. So when you're ready, do start to rise up. Walk your left hand back to the inside of your left foot. With your inhale, lift your gaze, lift your heart. As you exhale, shift the hips back and straighten your front leg. Inhale, press forward and lift. Exhale, press back and straighten. So just find your own rhythm. One more time, straighten your leg. Bend into your front knee. Lift your back knee and then step the back foot forward about 12 inches. So there's approximately 18 inches between the front heel and the back toe. Pyramid. Now with our left leg forward. As you're ready, inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, bow into your front knee. Stay here, 3 or 4 breaths, letting your attention and the focus of your breath move into the space of your hamstring as it lengthens and expands. Again, the option to try half moon. And so you may start to walk your hands toward the top of your mat, pouring your weight into your left foot until your right foot detaches from your mat. Sending that leg behind you until your right hip starts to stack on top of your left hip. Maybe not completely yet, but energetically you're feeling that stack begin. And then, as you feel stable, releasing your right arm or hand from your mat and letting it begin to travel to the ceiling. Your gaze follows it as you look to the sky. Flex your right foot. Spread all of the fingers of your right hand. Breathe here. Stay with it if you can. 1 or 2 more breaths. And when you feel ready, let go. Come out. Once again, I will tuck my knee in toward my chest. And then move in whatever way that you need to release that. I think that we'll come back to center and explore again a few of the shapes that we took in the beginning. So spread your legs a little bit wider than shoulder width. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, just swan dive forward for now. And then inhale to a flat spine. Exhale, bow. Inhale, reach up to the sky, come to standing, interlace the fingers. And we'll begin to spiral once again from the base of your spine. So you're hinging from your hips as you bow forward and sweep to the other side. Okay, making great big circles with your entire torso. Yeah, and then when you feel ready, we'll reverse the direction of those. Come to standing, interlace the fingers behind you, open the space of your heart so wide. Yeah. Just take a minute to let the love of God flood it. That's what I'm experiencing in this moment. Just a deep heart opening and creation of a space of reception. Yeah, inhale deeply. As you exhale, bow forward. The arms or hands may begin to travel overhead or not. You might bend your knees, deepen into this fold, let go of the head and the neck. I'm shifting slightly from side to side. Maybe that would feel good in your body too. Release the arms, let them fall back to the earth. Inhale to a flat spine halfway up. Exhale, bow forward. Walk your feet back into parallel and then slowly rise up. For me, I'll reverse swan dive as I always do. Palms come together and exhale to my heart. Inhale deeply with your thumbs against your sternum and exhale, just watching, experiencing the rise and the fall of your breath in the heart space. Consider any thought or emotion or interesting idea which has arisen for you as a result of your practice this morning. Hold space for yourself for having chosen this over so many other things that you could have done with your time. Recognizing this one step as a pivotal choice on your path to healing and to wholeness. I'm about to get really corny with you, but what I want you to do is to embrace yourself. And so to reach across your body to hold opposite shoulders. To feel the warmth and the strength of yourself holding yourself. Breathing in the reality that even when you cannot hold yourself, there is a greater force constantly embracing you in every moment. And it's my prayer, brother or sister, that you can sink into the awareness of that presence in this moment and in each moment that will follow it today. Thank you for sharing this practice with me, for being present in this moment with me, and for journeying together with me down the path of healing and of wholeness. Amen and Namaste.